I think when you look at who we've brought in and who is still here, I think what really helps us and excites us the most is that we win. We win a lot. Coming from winning programs just in general and being able to put this together, I think it's going to be super exciting. Like every time we get on the court and we're practicing or if we're playing pickup, we're like, I can't wait to get this. It's been great. I think Steph has just done a great job ever since she got the job of just communicating. I remember within the first few weeks that she had the job, we were watching film about how she wanted me to be able to play, what she thinks of the team, what she wants our goal to be once the season starts, where we want to end. And I think for me that's super important because even though it feels like I've been in the league for quite some time, you know, this is only my third year, and being able to learn from a coach that you've been able to see, especially being able to play against her and seeing the way that she coaches, the way that she makes adjustments.
Aaliyah Boston is not just stepping up on the court, she is making waves off it too. In a new interview, the Indiana Fever star gave a series of bold and honest takes about her team, Caitlin Clark, and the future of the franchise. It is clear from her words that this squad is not just here to play, they are here to dominate. From talking about the offseason to what it is like working with Stephanie White, Boston is painting a picture of a team that is more locked in than ever. You do not want to miss what she had to say because this message is setting the tone for the entire WNBA. If you are ready to hear what is really going on inside the Indiana Fever locker room, hit that like button, drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to NBA Showdown for more hard-hitting basketball stories like this. Aaliyah Boston opened the interview by reflecting on how quickly time is flying in her WNBA career. Now in her third year, she is clearly stunned by how fast things are moving. But this reflection is not about being overwhelmed. It is about perspective. Boston recognizes that she has grown, evolved, and matured in a way that allows her to take a more commanding role on and off the court. She speaks with the tone of a leader who understands the importance of both time and opportunity. In this phase of her journey, every game counts, every season carries weight, and she is fully aware of the role she plays in shaping the culture of the Indiana Fever. That comment shows how players like her are fully locked in and ready to make each year more impactful than the last. It is no longer just about being in the league. It is about leaving a legacy.
All right, well, Aaliyah Boston, thank you so much for making the long trek to WTHR here, downtown Indianapolis, going into year 3 for you here in the WNBA. Kind of crazy. Is that crazy?
It's kind of crazy to think how fast time is going. I was actually just saying that.
When Aaliyah Boston talked about having a coach who can make real-time adjustments, it was more than just a casual shout-out. It was a strategic statement. Boston understands that talent alone does not win championships. Coaching decisions in tough moments are what separate good teams from great ones. She made it clear that the Indiana Fever are confident not only in their roster, but in their leadership. Having a coach who can pivot, adapt, and redirect the team when things are not going according to plan is exactly the kind of support system needed to go deep in the season. Boston's faith in their ability to compete shows a complete belief in the team structure. It sends a message to fans and other franchises that Indiana is not falling apart when adversity hits. They are built to withstand it and fight back harder.
Okay, now we come out, we have to be ready to compete, but we also know that, listen, if things aren't going our way, then we have a coach at the helm who...
Aaliyah Boston described the offseason as fast-paced and filled with changes. What is striking is not just how much has shifted within the team, but how she interprets those changes as exciting and filled with potential. She points out that participating in events like Rival helped her stay sharp. But what excites her most is the new talent and chemistry building within the squad. That level of awareness shows that Boston is not just focused on individual stats, but on how the entire team is gelling. She is looking at the bigger picture. When a player of her caliber is this optimistic about her team, it is a green flag for everyone watching. Her enthusiasm is contagious, and it gives insight into just how much this Indiana Fever team is evolving. They are not just running it back, they are making moves, adding depth, and preparing for a serious push this season.
How was the offseason for you? There's a lot going on with the team, a lot going on with the WNBA, women's sports in general. How was the offseason for you?
Offseason was great. I was able to participate on Rival, so I was super excited about that. And kind of just looking at our team in general, all the changes we made. It has been a lot. It's been super fast, but I think they've all just been super exciting moves for us. And
Aaliyah Boston did not hold back when talking about what motivates this team at its core. It is the desire to win. She took a moment to reflect on the roster, both the new additions and the returning players, and emphasized that the most exciting part about this Indiana Fever squad is that they are built to win. That comment isn't just fluff. It cuts right into the heart of what makes a great team tick. Boston's confidence in the squad's potential success shows that the internal chemistry is already forming. It is not about egos or just star power. It is about alignment on one goal. Every time Boston or any Fever player hits the court, they are chasing that feeling of victory. Her excitement about this season is a reflection of a team that is hungry, talented, and most importantly, unified. That is the kind of mindset that shifts a franchise's future in real time.
I think when you look at who we've brought in and who is still here, I think what really helps us and excites us the most is that we win. We win a lot. Coming from winning programs just in general and being able to put this together, I think it's going to be super exciting. Like every time we get on the court and we're practicing or if we're playing pickup, we're like, I can't wait to get this.
In a league where everyone wants to be the star, Aaliyah Boston made a surprisingly self-aware statement. She is fine coming off the bench if it means making a real impact. That is the mindset of a true professional. Boston is not here for empty minutes or forced praise. She is here to contribute in a way that matters. She acknowledged that this Indiana Fever team has a lot of versatility and options on the court, and that having depth like this is a strength, not a problem. It is a rare thing when a key player openly values the team's options and shows willingness to adapt her own role for the greater good. It reveals a deep level of maturity and trust in the system. And let's be honest, if someone like Boston is coming off the bench and still being a heavy hitter, that is a nightmare scenario for opposing teams. Indiana Fever is deep, dangerous, and dialed in.
On the floor, anyone coming off the bench, just being ready to be that heavy hitter and make an impact.
Yeah, deep team, right?
Yes.
Too, it feels like no lineup there.
Aaliyah Boston ended her thoughts with high praise for Coach Stephanie White. What stood out is how she didn't just compliment White's tactical skills, but focused on her ability to communicate and create a learning environment. Boston emphasized that even though she has been in the league for some time now, she is still learning under Stephanie's leadership. That is the mark of a coach who earns respect, not by being loud, but by being effective. The fact that Boston felt welcomed, safe, and eager to grow speaks volumes about the locker room atmosphere. It is not easy to cultivate a winning culture, especially with new talent coming in and expectations rising. But Stephanie White seems to have created exactly that. When your cornerstone player openly celebrates the coach's influence, that means the blueprint is working. The Indiana Fever are not guessing their way through this season. They are executing a vision, and it shows.
It's been great. I think Steph has just done a great job ever since she got the job of just communicating. I remember within the first few weeks that she had the job, we were watching film about how she wanted me to be able to play, what she thinks of the team, what she wants our goal to be once the season starts, where we want to end. And I think for me that's super important because even though it feels like I've been in the league for quite some time, this is only my third year, and being able to learn from a coach that you've been able to see, especially being able to play against her and seeing the way that she coaches, the way that she makes adjustments.
Aaliyah Boston just gave the league a serious heads up. Her interview proves that this is not the same Indiana Fever we saw in past seasons. This is a team built with intention, powered by unity, and led by players who are buying into every aspect of the game. From praising her coach to embracing a flexible role, Boston made it clear that the Fever are here to make serious noise. With talent like Caitlin Clark on the floor and leaders like Boston backing her up, this team is not just participating in the WNBA, they are aiming to own it. What did you think of Boston's words? Do you believe the Indiana Fever are legit contenders this season? Let us know in the comments, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to NBA Showdown for more exclusive updates from around the league. We're just getting started.